Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee is a book about the taking of the American West from the point of view of the Native Americans. It was written by D. Brown and was a revolutionary work of literature that made an entire nation take a more critical look into the past at the treatment of the Native Americans. The book details the most significant events in the taking of the West, ranging from bloody battles fought to immoral requisition of land, all leading up to what is considered the last significant stand of the American Indian at the Battle of Wounded Knee. It was an extensive and painstakingly researched work of literary genius. The author, D. Brown, grew up in Arkansas and attended George Washington University. Throughout his life, he showed an interest in the frontier, and it reflected in his early books, none of which gained even a fraction of the notoriety that Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee would receive when it dropped in 1970. The book was a wild success, with reviews by magazines such as the New York Times describing it as impossible to read, but impossible to put down. While it wasn't the first book to document the diabolical treatment of Native Americans in the West, it was the first real account of the atrocities of the West to be accepted by Americans in the millions. Up until the book's publication, most of the popular books about the West mentioned Native Americans, but mostly idealized the dream of American land ownership. It was an unexpected and refreshingly raw account of the tragedies of the West from the point of view that was not too often explored, the point of view of the Native Americans. It sold nearly 5 million copies. It was translated into more than a dozen languages, and it went through over 13 reprintings and remains in circulation today. The book even went on to inspire the creation of a film by the same name, played by such actors as Adam Beach and Anna Paquin, and won 6 Primetime Emmy Awards. Many critics attribute the book's unpredicted success to the time in which it was released. With the book coming out directly after the end of the Civil Rights Movement, and right at the beginning of the 70s, it was a time of changing sentiment and also reevaluation of America's moral compass. It was real groovy. To many critics, this book marked the transition of the story of the American West from a triumphant tale of independence to the massacre that it truly was. But along with any work of literature that has such a large influence, there also comes a large number of negative receptions. It was criticized by many scholars who wanted to see more sources for the stories that were recounted within the book. But the relatable and graspable style in which the book was written was an important contribution to its success. Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee continues to be a staple in the modern teachings of the true legacy of the American West.